For 7 decades, she was their commander-in-chief. And now her armed forces are preparing to show just how much the late monarch meant to them. Meticulous rehearsals here at RAF Holton in Buckinghamshire and many military bases across the country as these young men and women prepare for what will undoubtedly be the biggest honour of their lives, helping lead the late Queen's funeral procession through the streets of the capital.
Immensely proud, it's a huge honour. Having the world's eyes on what's going on is really a privilege. It's quite a humbling experience that I'm just a small part in this huge tribute to Her Majesty the Queen.
It's something that I won't forget, my children won't forget, their children won't forget. This isn't just about this generation, this will go on for so many generations, and to know that I will be a part of that history, it makes me quite emotional. It does, it kind of gets you, it does.
The monarch's link to the military is profound, as of course they lead the men and women who've sworn to protect them. For the late Queen, the links run deeper still. She was the first royal to become a full-time active member of the armed forces when the then Princess Elizabeth joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service in 1945. Her own husband and other members of her family also served for a time in the forces. The former head of the army, General Lord Dannatt, still remembers the oath he took to serve the Queen on the 28th of August 1969.
It's one of the things I think that sets the armed forces a little bit apart, in that when we join the Royal Navy, the British Army, the Royal Air Force, the first thing we do is swear an oath of allegiance to the sovereign, not to the government, not to the Prime Minister, not to the Secretary of State for Defence.
In recent days, through the streets around Westminster Abbey and Buckingham Palace, as most of the nation slept, many hundreds of military personnel have continued their rehearsals. Marching along the planned route of the funeral procession, everything perfectly timed and choreographed. The pressure to get it right on the day is enormous.
I've got absolutely no doubt that they'll be very, very pleased to have been there and participating on such a momentous occasion.
Over the years, the UK's armed forces have demonstrated just how this nation excels when it comes to these big state occasions. But not since Winston Churchill's death have we seen a full-blown state funeral. Huge pressure then on the shoulders of these young servicemen and women. But it will also be their proudest moment as they escort their Commander-in-Chief, their late Queen, towards her final resting place. Mark White, GB News.